You lit the right end, right?
Ass. We're not friends anymore.
Okay.
So, Fatwas.
Fatwas.
Episode 3, Power Broker. Previously, Flag Smashers want to make things the way they were before, the way they were during the blip. Sharon had tried to steal the shield previously. So Sharon Carter, Peggy's niece, who shared a brief kiss with Captain America, Steve Rogers. So let's not talk about the creepiness there. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But that was when in Civil War, when
Right.
she stole back the shield and stuff. And then they're going to see Sam and Bucky are going to see Zemo because of his knowledge of Hydra. Now, dramatic Marvel music plays. And we've got orgies, post-blip commercials, Global Repatriation Council. Sound like COVID-era commercials. Yep.
Yeah. The episode started with this whole... Since the blip, we've been working to bring communities back together. And we're all trying to rebuild. And it was just... it was very well done. Because it was exactly like these smarmy-ass commercials about... We're in this together.
Yeah, but in this show which side is behind it, where in reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got John Walker, Captain Douchebag, is in Munich trying to find Carly. He's just so not Steve, like, busting in and everything, and
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's no respect for anybody. And he's, trying to get information from the guy that we had seen harbor Carly in the Flag Smashers before. I think that's who that was.
Okay.
And, I don't know anything.
Where's Carly?
Yeah. And the guy spits in Walker's face and he completely loses it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Steve wouldn't have done that.
I'm trying to remember if there's a callback. Was there a time when a bad guy spit in Steve's face and he just took it? I feel like that could be a thing that happened, but I can't picture it or pinpoint it. But yeah, Steve definitely wouldn't have reacted that way.
Nope. And then the guy calls back, you Americans have become brutes. You say, world police, baby!
Woo! America!
Oh, and then the dude spits in John's face. He flips. He ain't Steve. He's out of ideas, so he's going to follow Sam and Bucky. Which, cut to 2, Bucky tells Sam to wait outside as he goes to meet Zemo. Zemo doesn't like Avengers. Chimo tried that trigger code words on Bucky. It doesn't work.
That he used to use to control him.
Yeah. Bucky tells Zemo someone recreated the super soldier serum and asks if it's Hydra. Notably, there is a ticking noise in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Zemo says he knows where to look. Sam doesn't want to trust him. Bucky convinces him because Sam and Bucky then are walking alone, and Bucky's like, let me give you a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Sam was like, how hypothetical are we talking?
I was typing away at that point, so I missed part of it, and then I was like, oh!
It was kind of funny. So then we cut to, the start of the prison breakout, because that's what's going on. Zemo is reading Machiavelli. They come up with a plan to free Zemo, or no shit, he's already out. And they're both, Sam and Bucky are both pretty, aggressive towards him. With good reason.
I have a plan. No! But yeah, so Zemo breaks out because they coordinate a fight between the inmates, and because of the ratio of inmates to guards, they understand that a fight necessitates guards being pulled in to account for the situation, and Zemo can time it so that when the guards go to accommodate for that, he can slip out. He somehow had a guard uniform placed and changes and slips
and keys
out.
and stuff, which I don't really fully understand, but
There was a whole heist scene where they kind of glossed over the heist part, but
prison breakout.
yeah,
Nice. He says, I think I'm invaluable. Shut up!
Shut up!
They both say. Oof, Zemo's car collection. So Zemo's anti-super serum, that's why he wants to help. Also freedom.
Yeah, he was like, super serum leads to groups of people like the Avengers.
Except for only one of the Avengers. Well, two of the Avengers had super serum, so.
You're including Bucky? Or...
Yeah, because he became an Avenger.
Yeah.
That's why he got his pardon.
Even though when they were going to talk to Zemo, Bucky was like, you can't come in. He doesn't like Avengers.
I think that's his own unwillingness to accept and forgive himself. Yeah.
Sure. Plus, I mean, kind of has a connection with Zemo.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
So they go on Zemo's private jet, and Sam was like, "You're rich? I'm a baron, Sam." So on his private jet, Zemo finds Bucky's list. Bucky threatens him, and then we get confirmation that it is the same exact book that Steve had.
Which I thought we had theorized that, but I don't think we had confirmation.
I don't even know if we theorized if it was the same book. We just noted that it was the same kind of thing that Steve did. There's a conversation on the plane about Marvin Gaye, which is fun. Zemo lectures on people becoming icons, argues it's a bad thing. People forget icons' flaws. They're going to Madripoor, which is basically like the island of Tortuga in 2024 or whenever this is taking place. Because remember, the blip was 5 years.
Right.
Zemo says that they all need to be disguised as other people, and he tells Bucky that he needs to be disguised as someone who he claims to be gone. He's trying to bring out the Winter Soldier. He's he's got this thing where he keeps slipping in like this. He's not really gone, and
yeah, he keeps trying to bring the Winter Soldier back. I think he really liked having that. And why wouldn't you?
Yep. Then we jump to Latvia. Carly is with a dying woman who I think we later confirmed was her mom, maybe? Or at least a mother-type figure, like somebody she's very, very close with.
Yeah, it sounded like the whole group kind of had a thing for her.
You say, damn, is Carly 10 or 30? Seriously can't figure out her age.
Yeah, just something about that actress's look is just really weird.
Well, she's very beautiful, like very unconventionally beautiful. She's clearly like part black, but she's got like that, because she's got the afro, and her complexion is very pale, but she has features that are very,
it's like half
African American sort of.
It's like half African, half Irish.
Yeah, and like the freckles. Like she's very, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently this actress just has a thing for playing the supposed bad guy, but then maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Because she was in
Rogue One.
No, we always do that.
We always do that.
Solo. She was the pirate. So they go to Madripoor. Sam looks like a pimp, but he's disguised as a real guy, the smiling tiger. He's like, even his nickname is stupid.
Yes, he's not a fan.
And then they arrive at, they drive to Lowtown, flanked by a motorcycle guard with weird-ass motorcycles. They arrive at the club, which is a shady, awesome place. Zemo pulls out, because they're trying to find this Selby, I think her name is. And there's a lot of suspicion, and
they're like, hey, aren't you supposed to be in prison, and you're not liked here, and...
Yeah, and, Power Broker's gonna, kick you out or something, like, he doesn't, I don't know, there's some weird stuff going on. Zemo pulls out, ready to comply, Winter Soldier, and Bucky's just like, okay.
Yeah, clearly thinking to himself, fuck you.
Yep.
But...
So in the bar, Smiling Tiger drinks a shot with a snake heart in it, and I give major props to Sam for not just immediately throwing up.
Shots are weird. I've done tequila shot with a worm in it.
Nope.
When I was much younger than 21. And when you're shooting it, you don't notice it. It doesn't even comply that there's anything solid there. You just shoot.
Nope.
So, I think I could do it, is what I'm getting at.
Nope.
And that was carved fresh from the snake carcass.
Yep, because they brought the snake out. I'm like,
Nope. And it was part of his disguise, because they were like, this is the Smiling Tiger's favorite.
Yeah, and he's just like, all right, bottoms up.
Yeah, so good for you, Sam. Well done.
Yeah.
Silence your phone, dumbass.
Shit. I just dropped something. Oh, well, I'll get it later. So the Power Broker is this big bad in Madripoor. They have to make a show of strength to see their contact. Bucky goes full Winter Soldier and fucks some fools up. Awesome, but I'm also like, yeah, but people are pulling out their phones. So that could potentially come back and bite him in the ass,
Because he's pardoned.
Yes.
Yeah, that might be a thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta find something here.
Probably could use your phone's flashlight in this particular scenario.
Well, oh, no, I got it. Yay. Hi. Okay. So they get to see this Selby, and they're trying to get the information about the super serum, and she's like, oh, I know where, what are you going to give me, blah, blah, blah. So Zemo offers the leader the Winter Soldier. I'll even give you the codes to trigger him, and Bucky, man, he's just standing there like...
Yep, he plays his part.
Like, he is a fucking robot.
Yep.
She tells him that the serum is there in Madripoor. She drops this name, Dr. Nagel. Nagel. Then Sam gets a call from Sarah, his sister. Selby demands that he answer it on speaker.
Yeah.
So he does, and he's, playing a part. And, of course, Sarah has no idea what's going on. And then shit starts happening with the kids in the background. She's like, I have to call you back, Sam. And Selby's like, Sam? Who the hell is Sam? Kill them.
Conversation. She's like, we have to talk about the situation with the boat. Don't worry about the boat. Well, we have to deal with the bank. Oh, yeah, the banker. I'll have him killed. She's still like, all right, big dog. Yeah, I am the big dog. Like, their conversation was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. But then she drops the name Sam, so Selby orders them killed, but instead she gets shot and all hell breaks loose. They bail. There's someone else shooting. You seem to have a guardian angel, and I was thinking, oh, I know who this is. And I was right. I didn't say it because it was all happening so fast, but I was thinking, oh, I think I know who this is. So it's Sharon!
Hey!
She's still on the run for trying to steal the shield.
She went from, like, kind of mousy agent that's just kind of there in the movies to, like, full-on Black Widow now.
Yeah. You know, she's always like, oh, I can't see my father, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, Winter fucking Soldier got a pardon, okay? You knew you knew that she knew that he got pardoned. You know, like, there's no way that she's like, oh, I can't go back. And I'm like, there's something shady going on because she absolutely could.
Yeah, well, she's made a pretty okay life for herself. Like, her motivations to go back are probably limited, too.
Yeah, but she's all like, oh, I haven't spoken to my father, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, I don't know. Her motivations, I don't know. There's something weird going on. I mean, I want to trust her.
I trust her. I just don't think it's particularly well written for backstory. They're bringing in a character as a, hey, there's somebody we've seen before, and they're turning her into a new character so that they can use her for the show.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything particularly shady about her character. I think it's just not extremely well written.
We'll get there.
Okay.
So, you know, she tells him that she'll put them up. She has got a safe place in Hightown. Turns out she's now an art thief, and she's doing pretty well. She's cynical now. Bucky even drops, wow, she's kind of awful now.
Yeah, she's like, what about you, Bucky? You were all about the stars and stripes, Mr. America, man. She's just kind of like taunting him about it. He's like, wow, she's kind of awful now.
But she helps them track down this Wilfred Nagel, who's the guy who's making the serum. They told her who they're looking for, and we need your help. They said it twice, like, we need your help, Sharon. We need your help, Sharon. Sam asks for help. She says that he can clear her name. She agrees. You noted this show is straight up James Bond, and I love it.
Yeah, just with the gunfights and then the highbrow parties and the covert dealings and the disguises and the...
Which, by the way, at her art party, do you like Zemo's little...
Oh, yes.
Little dance. But she gets the info they need, and she takes them to a shipping container where Nagel is supposed to be, and it's empty. So we're like, oh, set up.
Yep.
But Zemo finds the secret door, and in they go. Is Nagel the other chemist from Breaking Bad? 2 by 2 hands of blue? Joss. So they start making demands of Nagel. Then Sharon says they have company. Bad guys attack. Sharon is a total badass. She's like gone full Black Widow.
Yeah.
Nagel tells them that he was able to isolate the serum and improve it under the CIA. And he was able to isolate the serum from blood samples he was given, which were the blood samples that Isaiah told them about. So it was Isaiah's blood that he used to get the serum.
Yeah, to develop a new serum, perfect it.
No heavy machinery, no jacked up bodies, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay.
That's convenient.
So he was working on this. He was almost done, but then he was blipped and the program was disbanded. But when he came back, he went to the power broker. Under the power broker, he was able to make 20 more doses, but then Carly stole them, and she wanted one for a woman with tuberculosis. In the meantime, Sharon tells them they're out of time and gotta go. Zemo kills Nagel, and someone bazookas the lab. Huge group of thugs pin them down. Zemo reappears and saves them. Sharon stays behind until she gets that pardon.
So yeah, they escape the situation. Zemo, after saving them, pulls up in a sweet ride, tells them all to get in, and Sam's like, "Coming, Sharon?" She's like, "No, I'm gonna stay here. You just get me that pardon."
And this is where I was like, we'll get back to it. she goes, and there's a car waiting for her. And she tells the woman, her assistant or whatever who she is, we've got a big problem. Couple of them. I'll tell you in the car.
Got it. Okay.
That's why I'm like, ooh, I'm getting some shady vibes.
Okay. I hear you.
Meanwhile, Carly's at the GRC lab in Latvia. He said Lithuania, but it was Latvia.
Oh, okay. They were in Lithuania at some point, right?
I don't think so. It was always Latvia.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on that, but the woman who had tuberculosis died. There's an emotional conversation with some goon who... It was a very real conversation. I mean, you know, he talks about, like, I was thinking of joining the military, and she's like, I thought I was going to be a teacher. So you're getting a real sense of sympathy for the Flag Smashers.
But we'll get there, but then something happens.
Well, yeah. I kind of like this goon. I didn't catch his name. I don't know if they dropped a name or not, but...
I will refer to him as Goon leading forward, as you'll see.
So they want to keep raiding labs to provide meds and serums to the sick. Okay, Robin Hood. Again, we'll get there. Meanwhile, John and Hoskins are on Sam and Buck's trail. John knows they broke Zemo out. You know. They're going to be dicks about it.
Hoskins seems...
But he was like... Really?
Yeah. It's
like off the books? What? Like he doesn't really seem to be fully on board, but
yeah.
On the flight back, Sam feels bad about the whole shield thing. Sam thinks he should have destroyed it. Buck says he'd rather have it. It means too much. Then back at the GRC lab, the Flag Smasher's job is done. So and the guy that they had tied up, he was like, I didn't quite catch what he said, but her response was, you were keeping this in here when people needed it. Like, there's 6 months worth of supplies in here, and it's like, well, you got to make it last, but I don't know. I get where she's coming from, and yeah, I don't know. But then as they're heading out, the lab blows up. The goon is horrified that the people inside died. And Carly says this is the only language these people understand. And he looks completely like, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. So, he thinks all is not well at Flag Smasher HQ.
Yes. So then the boys land in Latvia. Zemo and Sam go inside somewhere. Bucky takes a walk and collects some little metal balls.
Which, I don't know where they...
He saw them and he was like, okay. He starts picking them up. He's looking around. He drops something. And it does that really cool, like, camera...
Pan thing
where he turns around, there's nobody there, and then he turns back around, and of course there's someone there. Waits for someone to appear, and who shows up? Oh shit, is that Denai Guerrera? I don't think it was her.
No?
No.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I think it was definitely a Wakandan guard. I don't think it was T'Challa's right-hand girl, though.
Oh, okay. But...
when she's like, we want Zemo.
Because, again, Zemo is the reason that the original King T'Challa was... His name wasn't T'Challa.
No, it was very similar. T'Challa's father.
His father is dead because of Zemo and Winter Soldier's actions. Which, obviously, they've forgiven Winter Soldier. They're good. It's cool. He's White Wolf, whatever.
Well, and Winter Soldier didn't do it to begin with.
Oh, he wasn't even a part of that?
No.
Okay.
No, he was framed by Zemo.
Got it. Okay. So, yeah, they want Zemo because, yeah, he killed their king.
Yeah. So.
And there is the story end.
Yes. It's very good, very action-packed. This is like, I can't remember if this is something we've mentioned before, but it's kind of like, I think, what This is like a darker, way more action-packed version of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I said it before, not necessarily in regards to the show, but if S.H.I.E.L.D. had come out in the days of Disney Plus, oh man. It would not have had to deal with all of the storyline bullshit that ABC had to go through with S.H.I.E.L.D. to try to keep it in line with the MCU's canon.
And then it just completely broke off. But, they're introducing alternate timelines. They had already done that in S.H.I.E.L.D. Now with Loki, that trailer dropped.
Yeah. So, as much as I loved S.H.I.E.L.D. and as great as it was, it got done dirty a bit.
A little bit. But even Ben said, it can still be canon.
Yeah.
The way the movie's played out, S.H.I.E.L.D. can still be canon. And I think, by all rights, should be. Especially when you consider Coulson was in it the entire time.
Yeah.
And, you kind of want, Chloe Bennett and whatever to come back. She's signed on to do the live-action Powerpuff Girls, which I'm low-key kind of like. Ming-Na Wen, she's doing Mandalorian, but that's also Disney Plus, so,
Marvel Star Wars crossover.
But I can no longer deny my need to pee.
Okay. That's a good way to end the video.